So you guys know I've been a fan of the Pixel devices for a while, and one of the main reasons that I've been such a fan is the way that the camera performs and the way that Google treats computational photography and increasingly video as well. I got an opportunity to do a very unusual kind of camera test using the Pixel 8 Pro, and you're gonna find out what that is as this video progresses. But first, let's talk a little bit about what makes the Pixel 8 Pro cameras special. So in front of me, I've got the 3 color options. Obviously, we've got black, which they call obsidian, this bay blue, which is kind of a nice tone of blue, and then lastly, the porcelain, which has a kind of beige tone to it. I'm gonna go for the blue in this case. Now, actually, in my hands-on video, I didn't show you the unboxing experience, so real quick, this is how everything's packaged together. I like the fact that we have this matte finish and then the glossy frame. So most of it is fairly fingerprint resistant. The device feels obviously very high quality. The distinctive characteristic on all these Pixel devices now is this camera bar, which is different from the rest of the market, which seems to slam the camera up into a corner or have some other protrusion. One of the side benefits of that is that when you're typing, if it's laying flat on a table, so it doesn't wobble. It's got a no wobble situation. And I presume it also has some benefits for camera layout in general, certainly when it comes to jamming in this 5x optical zoom camera, which, as you'll find out later in this video, is quite useful beyond the 5x because of the computational work that Google's capable of doing in order to produce usable images even beyond the optical zoom. But 5x optical is already great. The other thing we've got here is a 48 megapixel ultra wide. Originally, were kind of this thing that manufacturers overlooked, or they put them in there, but it wasn't a huge emphasis. This time around, we've got an improvement in this area, and ultra-wide cameras tend to be my favorites. They're great for shooting architecture, big groups of people, things like this, and just capturing more in the frame. And then we've also got the 50 megapixel main camera, which that's your best performer, better low light performance, f1.65 aperture. And then there's one more camera on the device as well. That's on the front, obviously. This is a 10.5 megapixel, also wider than you might find on other models. And this just makes it easier to take those group shots as well. So lots of considerations and changes in the camera department. And then of course, the software aspects that allow you to use Magic Eraser and specialty things within the camera app that are exclusive to Pixel. So the only other items in the package, Type-C cable, and then this little dongle, USB-C to A, just for transferring your data over. All right, so what does this mean for you? Obviously, we're gonna get our camera versatility here. But of course, you guys have seen the famous plant far too many times at this point. So we had the opportunity to spice up this camera test and head somewhere unusual.
We are at Scotiabank Arena right now, and they gave us a court. We're on the court, like we have the court right now. And Mo's shooting on the Pixel 8 Pro, and Will's shooting on the Pixel 8. And I've yet to make a 3-point shot, but I'm going to before I leave. Or until they kick me out, like one or the other. Until I make it or until they kick me out. Oh, that was... Oh, never mind. I'll just make it right now. Everybody, Scotty Barnes right here. We're hoping you can show us around this place a little bit.
Show us around.
So today we're shooting on these Google Pixel phones. What we're really trying to do is do a camera test and see what they're capable of. Basically, these have gotten a lot better at shooting video and photos, almost like a lot more like a real big camera. So there's a couple of different tests we want to do. So obviously you have your 1x right there.
Yeah.
Get your 5x, which is optical, but you can keep going on the digital zoom and you'll see the processing take place because like it's still usable. Now in the past you would need some huge long lens in order to achieve this. And
look at the quality.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How they're actually achieving that.
Let me zoom in far away from them. Look at him. He's staring at me. That's what I'm saying. Usually with phones, you know, you zoom in and it just like automatically is blurry. You can't really see it.
Yeah.
But I think it's pretty solid.
You've also got obviously really wide. This has a portrait mode on it. This one, it like isolates you from the background. See how you get this blur over here?
Yeah.
Now, typically on a smartphone shot, that stuff's gonna still be in focus.
Yes.
And normally,
Damn, that's really good.
the other thing that it's doing in the background is trying to figure out the edge on your clothes over here. See, it's tough, right? But it actually does a pretty good job of isolating you from the
I think it
background.
does.
When you're dealing with the slow-mo, you can kind of grab a section like we're doing over here, and you can pick whichever segment you want to be slowed down. There's 2 different settings for like really slow or sort of slow. Then they've got another cool mode, which is the cinematic mode, which, like the portrait photo that tries to blur the background, does the same but in video.
First shot. Ooh. Take 2. Ooh. Again? That was the one.
That's the one. And then my deep voice in slow-mo as well at the end of it, celebrating.
That was your voice? I was like, wait, what is that noise?
We were just explaining how like different the court is when you're on it, like versus on TV. Well, the whole stadium really. It's like you get it's intimate. It's like a lot more intimate than you expect. And the lighting is much better than you expect as well, especially when you're on the court. So like when we were talking about doing a camera test on these Pixel phones and shooting video and photos, we were like, oh, we're gonna be struggling with lighting. Like it's like a relatively low light environment. And it is in certain sections, obviously, as you like move up to higher seats and different positions to spectate. But on the court, not only is it the lighting itself, but it's also like the bounce off of and the shimmer off of the floor. It gives you twice as much light as you might expect, like the light colored floor. So obviously I've never played on this court, or like barely played basketball in a while, but this is such a satisfying bounce, man, and predictable bounce. Yep. Nope. Man, that rim is so unforgiving. There we go.
So there you have it. That is the new Pixel 8 Pro and a very special camera test that we were able to run. I got to give a shout out to Google, MLSE, and obviously Scotty Barnes for letting us come into his territory, letting us have access to the court, and kind of a life experience to be out there shooting threes at the Scotiabank Arena. Like, that was pretty cool. Who knows, maybe in the future we'll have some of these upgraded camera tests again. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. The Pixel devices have come such a far way. It started with the camera, it's still about the camera. So there you have it. That's the new Pixel 8 Pro.